Hello, everybody. It's Michael Jaco, and this is LifeWave Manager Maker Friday, right? So where I put a plus on the end of that because what we're looking at is an incredible increase in numbers, and we're going to talk about that. So we decided to do another um, link for this Zoom meeting because we've had some problemos, people that like to come in and try and sabotage us. So we're having to make these adjustments, and we're just doing it nice and slow, and making sure that we keep our house in order. There's there seems to be some groups out there who don't like people to be successful, right? So and they'll do anything they can to sabotage that. So what we're going to see going forward is uh, we have to be a little bit more careful. Hey, Karen, great meeting you in Dallas. Uh, and we're gonna see a lot of people that are going to be more and more successful. And when you become successful, sometimes you get pushback on that. You just have to be resilient, focused, and keep going. Kind of like when I was in the SEAL teams, we get all kinds of problems, especially in combat, that would like always creep up, and we just adjusted. So you just adjust going forward, to different things. Now, I'm going to show you guys. Tracy Joe, you look magnificent. Look at that light coming out. So we're gonna see a lot of you advance like we've been seeing, and that's going to pick up pace. And so we're going to share. I'm going to share the screen. We'll jump right into this. We have a lot of people that are watching and making sure that we don't get interrupted. But if we do, um, we'll adjust, and we'll figure it out. So this is the big picture right here for people that are adjusting, going moving forward and having great success, great results. We got Lynn up here and Roxanne, 1-star executives. But just below them, we have two, four, six, one, two, three, four, five, six people that are very, very close to their 1-star executive. So a lot of people getting ready to move up, become licensee. Next paid rank is 1-star executive. So we got a lot of people that are moving up in every single category. Looking further down, 3 and 2-star, 1-star directors. That's a huge number right there. 1-star director. When you get 1-star director, you get a $500. No, 5,000. Is it 5,000 or 500? 500? 1,000? What is it? I forget. Somebody just say it. Or is everybody blocked? They can't talk.
Yeah,
What is it,
can I
Jen?
think- I'm thinking it's 1,000, but this is for I'm sorry. I need you to make me a co-host so that I can block those people. I'm not. And so I was doing
Gotcha.
that. Thank you, sir.
All right, that way you can like play with the mute stuff. So anyway, I think it's 1,000. So Karen, did you get 500 when you hit director? What did they give it to you yet?
So I'm not director yet. I'm trying to finish this week.
Oh, okay. I got
Yeah,
you. I
yeah.
thought you'd hit
So,
it.
and I don't know what it is. I'm just working.
All right. So it's something like I can't right off the top of my head. I think we talked about it, but
I'd
anyway,
love to know. Give me some motivation.
that's it. And I know we got some people that have hit it. So if you want to like unmute and just shout it out there, that'd be cool. All right. So you're gonna get a bonus when you hit 1-star director, and then when you get 1-star executive, that's 5,000, right, Roxanne? So you got 2,500, and Len, you got 2,500. You maintain that for 4 more weeks, so 5 weeks total, and it doesn't have to be consecutive. You're going to get the other 2,500. So my top five, I give everybody a bonus uh, at every single level going forward, and the bonuses keep increasing. So not only going to get a nice bonus from Lifeway, but I'm gonna hook you up as well. And then eventually, when I hit uh, I think my next week, I think I hit 3-star executive for 5 weeks total. they're gonna bring the top three or three of anybody that I want to bring to a nice dinner in wherever I want to have it. So and then the top team in LifeWave are going to be there for it. So we get a nice little meal and we get to talk and chat and whatever. So ideally, it's going to be here on Lake Tahoe. So I'll probably bring you guys in, and I'll pay. If they don't pay for it, then I will pay for you guys to come in and visit. So the top three in the group here. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then presidential is so close on my radar. I think this week we didn't get the water machine, the 500, and I think next week is supposed to be 1,000. I don't know. You hear all these rumors, but I was, surprised that they couldn't get it this week. But we're just adjusting. Everything's moving very quickly, as you see in these numbers. Everybody like flying up the charts. It's great. So once that water machine becomes, readily available, then a lot of you will boost up fairly quickly because in our team we have built broad. That means we have brought in a lot of different people. We haven't discriminated with just high flyers, all right? So we've brought in a lot of different people, and that's going to benefit all of us. And we've talked about this for I think a couple of years now. Keep bringing people in. This is the best time ever to be in business. In LifeWave, we thought the water machine would be released earlier. It didn't. Now it is, and now we're seeing just like we talked about. And during this time frame, you guys have been building your businesses. So now you're going to get massive benefit from that. All right. So it's pretty spectacular, the results that are going to be coming in with this. So what I look forward to as I move up, not only do I give my top people bonuses, but I'm going to start doing more events where we bring as many of our group in as they want to come. And we'll have those events, throughout the country over the probably next year or two. So that as I move up, that gives me the ability to do larger events anywhere, maybe around the world, and bring in top people. And we'll have our own little, like we're going to Hawaii in a few days, the top people. We're going to meet there and have a good time. But imagine, if you will, that we'll be doing that ourselves and our team because our team is growing so quickly, so rapidly, and allowing us to do some of these things. So then we look down, like I said, with Karen right up there, Marianne, you're up there, and all the wonderful people there. We're looking at what is that? Another 20, almost 20, not quite 20, 18 or so that are right at the point of getting that higher ranking, that 1-star director. So look at all those people. Wow. And then we look down the next list. Now this next list, starting at 34, Melissa, the 3-star manager, is 34 to 100, so another 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. So we got, these numbers are just extraordinary, and they're going to continue to grow. We're just looking at the beginning here. Then from there on down, people going to two-star. It's an incredible number. I went down through here. There's 872, almost 900 that are going to move up to the manager. So that's why we call this Manager Maker Plus, because all of you in your groups are making tremendous numbers with these managers. So this is a very exciting time, very exciting indeed. Now with different countries we're in, now thanks to Jen Allen for putting this list together. She's a Excel master, and she does this a couple times a week, and we look through the numbers. So the numbers in the worldwide, as you guys can see, are fairly significant. There's 1,919. No, that's is that in the United States? I think that's no, that can't be that many in the world, but we have a lot in the world. I don't know what that number is, but it's up there. And so we look at new brand partners, preferred plus, retail. And with our list, we're getting 8,374 in our entire team. But when I look at my Back back office it has us at 9,911. So which is right, I don't know, but you know, maybe because we're like cleaning some of the numbers, or that's just what we're getting. They're not updated. Who knows? Uh, so that's tremendous. We're almost at that 10,000 level, worldwide. So fantastic. And then everyone that wants to come into your business, come into your business, right? Those look like great numbers, but there are other people out there that have way bigger numbers. Robin and Gregory, they have like 100,000 in their group total. So we're just kind of like approaching 10,000. And I remember Robin was telling me a story about, when they were in the business for a year or two, somebody was telling them, you see that cruise ship over there? You're going to have a business that's going to be big enough to, like, put everybody on the cruise ships. So we're at that point right now, but they just like went boom. And that usually is what happens when you build wide, and then you have great people that come in that are very excited about building the business, and that takes time. It takes time to build a big business, and for you to benefit from that. So you build it big and wide, and over time, as you saw, all of those people that are becoming managers start becoming managers, and then they like that little income they're getting. They're like, that's good. That helps a lot. And I like to do more. And then they share, and people buy the water machine because that's a huge money maker. It's the first time that we've had a big money maker in LifeWave. So, I mean, you're going to have that over time. So you saw all those PC Plus and PCs and retail. When it eventually becomes available to all those people, that's a lot. That's some big numbers. So it will be continuous, those people buying the machine, because we're going to continue to promote. And when I promote, you can use my promotions like we've always talked about. Now, I'm going to have Lynn on, and we're going to blow up a show when that machine becomes available next week, I think. And that's going to be fun. And then she'll take that video, put it on her site, and then we'll share it around, of course, and then people see that, and that it'll continually, build for all of us. So you guys could take that show and share it, and or take pieces of it, do your own show like I do. I'll take a show and I'll take pieces of it that I think are very relevant, and I'll talk, and then I'll show a little piece, and then I'll talk, and I'll share a little piece, and it's huge. And you look at Brad. Brad's here. Good job, Brad. So Brad is another huge media guy. He has built a magnificent business as well. Jen.
Yes. Couple things, Michael. I think, by the way, what I was told recently is that Ron and Gregory are at 750,000 people. But anyway, yeah.
Oh, 750,000. My bad.
Yeah,
100,000.
no, and I didn't do it to correct you. I got so much other stuff to talk about, but I wanted you to know that that's what I heard. Rumor
Holy
has it.
smokes. They're almost at a
We
million.
They sent us this 9 ways to earn, and I just wrote about it so that everybody can go to your back office to compensation. And this has the $500, Michael, and then
So
you
that
know,
was 500.
for 1-star director, then 2-star director is 1,000. Actually, it's 1,000 when you get 500, then you get another breakthrough incentive, so it's a plus 500. So it's 1,000, but it shows you all the
Yeah,
bonuses you can
500
stuff.
initially, and then you do it for
500,
4 more
right,
weeks
right.
non-consecutively. It doesn't have to be consecutive. Then you get the other 500, yeah.
So
And
the
then
other thing,
for
oh, go ahead.
director, that's right. So for executive, that's where it like multiplies
Yes.
nicely,
Oh, yeah.
10x, and you get 5,000.
Yep, 50,000. But I mean, well,
No,
you
no,
get
no. That's
5,000 for
50,000 is when you
two-star
make
executive,
one
two-star,
star
right?
presidential.
Right. 1-star executive, 3,500, then 2-star, 5,000, then 3-star, 7,500, and then 1-star presidential, 10,000, and then they have 50,000 as an extra incentive. So you're going to get a lot
I
when you
don't know
hit.
what you're looking at, but those aren't the
Oh,
right numbers.
right here, can you see? That's what they sent us, Robin and Gregory. Remember the 9 ways to earn? If I could, I probably could
Oh,
Make
that's
my
it. You're
phone.
looking at weekly max.
Oh, no, I thought I was looking at no, it says
Look all
breakthrough
the way to the
incentive.
left, and that's weekly
Oh,
max.
max is, but
Yeah.
the breakthrough incentive
Yeah.
is at the bottom, and that's the thing. You can't read it, but take a look. The other thing but I know you get 50 grand when you get up to, yeah, that's a breakthrough incentive. Five, then 5,000 at one star executive, 50,000 at one star presidential, and then 75, then 100 when you
Right.
get to the top. Sorry, Michael, you're right. I've been stressed because there are people trying to get in, and Roxanne and I are like hound dogs right now, and Roxanne's gotten me to really be stronger about it. So there's some people that wanted to get in, and I got a text, but once we've rejected someone, they can't get back in tonight. So tell people to put their names there. If we have just a phone number, it's not going to work. We
Mm.
just can't. We can't afford it after what happened last week. So this is me telling all of you to help the people that if they want to come in, they got to have a name, and otherwise, we've had some weird ones already trying, Michael. So we just have been really
Wow.
strong.
Even with a new number, huh?
Mhm.
Jeez.
Mhm. Roxanne can tell you. She's good.
Robert,
Okay. Okay.
you're still muted.
And
There. Oh, you unmuted, then went right back to muted.
okay, there we go.
Yep.
Good love vibrations to everyone. You're talking these numbers, and they are significant and powerful. But I had the pleasure of seeing Brad Wozny and you recently put on a show, and that one I could watch over and over again, where you talked about your love method, and now you have Tracy Joe with you. And I suppose you could have many shows just talking about that to your partners, how you're making that work, because it's not just numbers with your operation, I suspect. And then your team is also using those love bubbles and sending them to the customers. And so, can you comment about that or help us with the show? And thank you, Brad, for working with Michael to give us that enlightenment. I highly recommend watching that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Share,
Thank you,
share
Robert.
more with us about how you're making it work with the business.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I don't normally talk about that with the business, but I'm glad you brought that up. We mentioned it a few times over the years, but that is very true. What you focus on is what you create in your life. So you want to focus on every time because I get daily, I get lots of numbers of people joining, and I send them love. I look at their name and I send them love, and I wish them uh, the, the best of the luck in the business. So I recommend you do that to everyone that comes into your business, and maybe just sit with the numbers of your business. You might, like you saw for me, it was like that would take days for me to like send all those people love at over a period of time, but I can do it with a group. So and love has no boundary, right? So it will reach everyone. So you have that as and I'm pretty sure that most of us, if not all of us, are focused on that love frequency. That love frequency is super powerful. And yeah, like Brad and I talked about. He's very very creative. Makes great videos, and we do some great shows. Lynn, she's got great questions for me when I come on her show, and we have some great shows that's open for all of you as you build your businesses. If you want to start to have those shows, we can do that. And I look forward to doing that. And when we're in Hawaii, we should all do a nice show together. So that'll
Well,
be that'll be
as the
fun.
scriptures say, love conquers all. You
Yeah.
could do many shows to show how in business to. It sounds common sense, but there's very few businesses operate on loving people, customers, enemies, competition, everything. Even the machine that's making your water now, love it. So, thank you. I look forward to hearing more from you, Brad, your team and Tracy Joe. I think she's adding a big power to that. So thank you very much, everyone. God bless.
Yeah. Thank you, Robert. That's beautiful. Thank you. And does anyone else have anything they'd like to share? We're so when we do the mastermind, in the beginning, I was like doing the talking. I was like, okay, at some point, people are going to come in like Robert just did. I love that, and share. But I look forward to more of you guys coming in and sharing, because then people get to see a bigger aspect of this. Because I wasn't going to share about and I'm I'm kind of a little bit reserved about sharing that in front of a large group until I know them better. But this group is definitely of that caliber, where we can go into those levels. Jen.
Okay. One other thing, there was a lot of writing with your management group, Michael, today about the thumb drive, and do we dare put it in and upgrade? Well, just when I was reading all that, I got a knock on the door and the thumb drive arrived. So I got mine and I read and watched and I was nervous wreck because I thought, what, everybody else had trouble. It was fine, but it is sensitive. So when I went out there, I had somebody pick up water and I thought, oh, I can't get into it, Well, you just have to hit up above where there'd be three dots, and then it opens up to letting you upgrade. So I did upgrade, and it did get sensitive for a minute, but then I sat and waited and watched it, and it went through because it went black, and then all of a sudden it reappeared again. So just know it's okay, and at least mine was. So hope if you have any problems, call me, and I'd be happy to walk people through it.
So what
Okay.
what new things I read they
I
put out that
haven't looked.
it's going to have new functions and so forth? What did it do? What new
It
functions did you get?
hasn't done anything new for me yet, but I was so happy that it didn't crash that I came back in and started working on all this stuff here. So I do need to research that because it is
Yeah.
supposed to make it easier. We're supposed to be able to get I don't know, the glasses are supposed to work better and everything. So I'll write up a list and I'll let you guys know if
Yeah,
what's
right.
different.
And
Because
I think another thing that it does is lets you stop, hit a button and stop. That's
yeah,
what I read. While you're dispensing, there's like a stop, pause, or whatever new
I'll play
buttons.
with that.
Yeah,
I'll see because I know you said that. I'm gonna try that then.
cool.
Yeah. I was so nervous that I'd mess it up that I just said, okay, do
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
that's
got
why I
through
ordered another one. So in case there's ever a problem, I never want to be without the water. So, Lynn.
And they sent two things with it. They sent the thumb drive and they sent the part that could go into the new Apple, the on top of the thumb drive. So they were very considerate because when you look at the video says plug it into your computer and download the upgrade. Well, it came with the upgrade. So I think that's for future. When we have more upgrades, they're just going to
Oh
send us a
yeah,
new.
you can just download them and then stick it in
Yeah.
this machine. Yeah, wow,
So they
that's
got the
going to
two
be
parts.
so you don't have to get another thumb drive. That's brilliant.
Right.
Of course
So
they would
we're
do
very
that.
good
Yeah,
at that. Yep.
Lynn,
Okay.
she
Oh,
doesn't
you
have
can't
the
call. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Okay. Ask to unmute. Can you do it? I don't.
yeah,
Yes,
no, yep,
very
Okay.
good. I would rather have that than the other, right?
no
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah. We're
Amen.
learning.
Praise God. That's right. Okay, so um, I am so excited today. I ranked up with the help of everyone because this is a team. It takes us all together. And
Absolutely.
I was able to attend my first presidential executive meeting that
Oh,
David
yeah.
Schmidt holds once a week. Well, let me tell you what this is like. To be on a call where he's just himself. I mean, he's himself all the time, but it's kind of like a meeting like this where you just talk and you chat, and it was a whole other experience. I was so honored, so blessed. It was just astounding. I couldn't believe I was there. And you got to hear all kinds of things like he had
Mhm.
had a glass or two of champagne before the meeting because a new invention what worked. And he was super excited about it. And so then he starts telling us all kinds of things that he would have, it was just a glass of champagne. But we have, because he is taking over the marketing, He has developed a way for us to talk about systems so that we can talk more about the Celergize and X39 and stem cell activation. We
Yep.
can use that word again. He talked about, he's personally involved with enhancing our compensation plan even more. So we have an amazing comp plan now. It's going to be even better. I can't even imagine how it can be better. And it's amazing to be at that level and get to hear these things like hot off the press, straight from him, be able to ask anything in chat. So there are so many benefits of advancing throughout the company. But I have to say that was pretty astounding. And I wanted to share that.
Bonus, right? So,
Yeah.
as you move up, you get more information because you're someone that does a good job of sharing with other people so that they can advance. So they want to, help us help others. So Daria,
Yes.
I think you were next. Daria, go ahead.
Oh, is it Lydia or
Now, Lydia came in after Daria. So
Daria? Okay, I'm going to ask to unmute. Can you?
Yes, it worked.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, I
Um,
wanted to give a share, but I also wanted to say when I set up my machine, I talked to the water team there at Lifeway, and they did say to use the little metal piece, looks like, from Star Wars, and that every time it sounded like from them, that every time you like change the filter and you're washing them through, after you do that, then you use the little link again. That's what they told me. Now they might change their mind. I don't know.
all right.
So anyway, the share I wanted to give is just dear to my heart because my little dog, my Westie dog, who's just a special little guy, and he's never had an issue in his life. And last year he swallowed some big object that got stuck in his esophagus. Had to have it, surgically removed, and they did save his life. But he has a smaller opening there now, which is beside the point. But he has a favorite chair that he liked to sit in all the time. And since the surgery a year ago, he could not jump up there. And he would try and look at me. He's like, it's my chair and I can't get there. And so I started giving him the water. And on the second day, he surprised both of us by leaping up into his chair, all smiles. So 2 days on the water and he's back.
Wow.
So that's pretty wonderful.
Yeah, that's a great share. Thanks, sir. Thank you very much. So we're going to get more of those, going forward, guys. People that weren't supposed to, leave a hospice, getting up and walking out. We've already heard those stories. So we'll have a lot more of those going forward. Lydia.
Hi there. So I was able to talk to customer service today because, the team kind of knows my lovely experience that I had with receiving my machine. I got my second machine today that finally showed up, but I was able to return it. So when I spoke with customer service, everybody, I guess, and this makes sense, has different taste and what they expect out of water or they don't expect. So some people may taste one thing, other people may taste something different. So they have some statement they read you, and I just thought I'd let you know that it's not necessarily that there's anything wrong with the machine. It's just everybody's taste buds are individual. So,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
So how many people have tasted your water?
tasted it, but no, I don't notice. It tastes better than my regular water, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah,
Yeah, much better.
way better. Yeah. But, some people have different tastes, so we'll see. But in the past they've surveyed, people that have myself and all the other top people in Dallas a couple of years ago when we tried it. All of us had incredible experiences, and some weren't quite sure if they had had a experience until they left and something had changed within their physiology, and they didn't realize it at the time. So that's some people are sensitive and some people aren't, and some people have great experiences and some people won't notice. And, some people are just like that. Some people put on the patches, they have a great experience right away. They know, like me, and some people just don't see anything until they've been on the patches for months. So it'll maybe for some people it'll be that way for the water, but it's definitely something like the patches you stay on and you'll get results. Anyone else have any other? Yeah, we go, Frederick.
Okay, am I unmuted now?
Yep.
Okay, great. So it wasn't that long ago, maybe a few months ago, that we hit director, and it was $250. Then when you hit for the other 4 weeks, they give you the other 250, and then the next one will be executive. That's 5,000.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's on the breakthrough incentive. But I always try and keep my eye on just the next star, what I need for the next star. Like when I became 1-star director, then I knew I needed 2 legs at 3,000.
Right.
And then, I'm keeping an eye. So then we hit the 2 legs at 3,000 for the 4 weeks. And then LifeWave also sent us a little reward, like you got to pick between a backpack and a tote. So there's little things along the way too, even before the breakthrough incentive. I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, very good. And that's true. Yeah. So and that's good that you're starting to look forward. You're at a new position. You're like, yay, but then you're like start to focus. Okay, what's next? And so you look at the numbers. I'm looking at the numbers like 2 ahead, and so with me, I got a certain amount that I need in one area, and about 12,000 away from it. Very, very fun. And but I'm already looking at I think it's like 600,000, and I'm already looking at 1,500 or 1,500,000. So that's my new number because I'm so close to the other number. Like maybe this weekend I'll have that number, and then it'll be my legs. Somebody in my leg is going to get some big money when they reach the first two. When they reach the 100,000. But once they reach that 100,000, they go next level. So that's motivational for me to like get other people to move up so that they get more. So and you're not gonna move up unless you're helping people move up and get more. So don't forget that. It's very, very important for you to like build wide, a lot of people, and also help your people that are moving up. Some of us have, and it vacillates. Some of us have people that are going to be your top performers, and then you're going to have other people that are come along, and they'll move up faster. So that's why you build deep. You don't like focus on 2 people. You should have like at least 5 people. And as you guys saw from the numbers that I showed you guys, have lots of people. But that took a long time. It took a long time to get to that point. And really the water machine was the thing that made the difference. So that's why I was saying for years, I went to events, and when I spoke at the events, I was like, you guys don't know what we got. We get this water machine going. It's going to be transformational. And then it came out with, the new compensation plan 2.0. And they were supposed to come out with a water machine simultaneously because that would have made a huge difference for those people that had built differently than the new model was expecting. So we have all built for years now for the new model, and you're going to accelerate extremely fast compared to other people that were moving in the old system. Lynn.
So what you're describing reminds me there's an image of people on a mountainside and everyone's trying to get to the top. And this is how LifeWave is. You and Tracy Joe are above me, and it's like you're reaching down and grabbing my hand to help me up. And then I've got the person below me and I'm reaching down to help them up. And that's how we all get to the top. I mean, it takes each of us together linking arms and hands. And that's the image I love. But I wanted to also share the swag. I think there should be a little bit of focus on the swag. So I ended up with a backpack, at the first level. And then I have a carry-on that's that beautiful blue LifeWave color that says LifeWave, which I think is awesome. And then the other thing that crossed my mind is we have such an amazing um, computer system now where in our home office, it tells us exactly what we need to do to advance. And that's one of the ways we earn money is advancing. And it reminds me of a marathon. So when I did my first marathon, my coach said, don't look at 26.2. He said, you will never start. He said, you stay where you're at now. Maybe look up, so I started at 1 mile. And he's like, maybe look at 2 or 3, but don't go further because you'll give up before you start. And to me, that's like LifeWave. Every blue moon, I might click up a bit on that chart, and then I'm right back where I'm at and stay like 1 level up, maybe 2, because it looks so big up there, like 26.2 miles. But really, if you just take it as it comes and slowly grow, you're there before you know it.
Very
Yeah,
good.
so wanted to share.
Yeah, and if there's somebody that got you in that really doesn't help you, then we have a team that basically will. So we have a couple of people down line from us that started building a business, and they brought in people. And to give you an example, there's one person that came into their business, and she talked to one person, and that's it. And that person went huge, and that person got another person that went huge again. So and I offer my help to all those people. Other people in our team have offered help to those people, but they have chosen not to build. So that's up to them. But they have gotten people in that are interested in building, and that's what you need to take on as well. If there are people down leg that are uh, very excited to build, you will sometimes bypass those people that you brought in that are no longer building. So just keep that in mind. We have been, I won't say aggressive, but we've been very open armed to people that are like that. And that's one of the reasons why we built a big business, because it's like that in all of life, isn't it? I remember when I first came in the SEAL teams, there were people that, I really looked up to. And then I bypassed them and just flew past them, It's like, wow, what happened to that person? They just lost their mojo. And that's the way some people are. Sometimes they come back and, for whatever reason, they decide to get their mojo again. And that's another beautiful thing about LifeWave or, something like this, that people can come back and continue. So I don't completely shun those people at all. It's like, it's just when you're ready, or if you're never ready, I still appreciate, having met you and the fact that you brought in some really, exceptional people that are building huge businesses. But, that's the way you have to look at, this business as well. The people that you bring in, you think, God, this person has such great potential, and life, gets involved, and they decide that's not what they want. And so you don't get stuck there. You move on, and you find the people that are excited, and you continually, do that. It's not like you're like your radar's on, but you're not like, sitting at the oscilloscope and looking, where's the next beep. It's just going to happen. You're going to like, somebody's going to come in contact with you, and they're going to be excited. Uh, I I share this business, with a lot of people, and then I find out that the people that could have done really well in my business have joined with somebody else, and I don't have a problem with that. It's like maybe they knew that person from the past, and they said, if I ever get in this business, I'll get in with you, even though they know that I have built a huge business, and everyone that wants to be successful in my team is becoming successful, right? So it's one of those things that you're going to encounter, over time. And again, that's life. You don't get stuck on people that are not willing or not or don't want to grow, but maybe they have talked to someone again that is, and then you help those people. So that will be something over time. As the longer you're in this business, you're going to start to encounter that, and how you deal with that is very important, right? Because you're helping people become successful in life, not only by using the patches, but also building a business. And I think that's ultimately unbelievable, because when I was in I was in the SEAL teams in the CIA, there were some people that would go to schools and so forth and get some great insights and education, and they're like, I got mine, I'm going to shine. And I was never like that. If I got something that could help other people, help my team, I would share it. And that's what I hope all of you have, that same intention, because that will eventually, over time, pay off. Anyone else? We got another 10 minutes, so we can, Roxanne?
Okay, so something that they were talking about at the boot camp recently in Dallas was really getting to the depth of your why. You have to have a big, strong why. Why do you want to do LifeWave? Where do you see, maybe you create a vision board. Where do you see yourself a year from now or 5 years from now, whatever that might be? What is your why? And that's really important for all of us. So really getting to your root of the why. So
Yeah. And your why can grow over time. It can get bigger.
absolutely.
Because my why has gotten bigger over time. I'm more focused on this business as I've seen it grow, and I've seen people, have success. I'm not going to abandon them. you know, I'm going to help them. I see at some point, like Brad and I talk about on our shows, we're looking for the billion. We're looking for a billion. So I think at some point that'll happen. I mean, you're looking at 1 million with Robin and Gregory. So that potential is almost there. And there's other people in LifeWave that probably have that already. I don't know what the Merits have, but the Merits, I remember I've watched them over time, and they're a lot of fun. Kind of a little goofy at first. I was kind of like, I don't know about them, but the more that I've been around them, we were around them at the boot camp, and I become to the point where I like them, right? So I'm watching them, I'm learning, I'm very observant, and not creepy like, but observant, respectfully, and I watch them, and they're a lot of fun. You can tell they really have a passion for the business, and they're doing the stuff that I feel like I'm growing into, having events with their people, having like we're doing right now. They share online several times a week, like I've been doing for years, and so they're doing a lot. I'm doing the things like them. And it was funny because, we talk about the bonuses and so forth. When you hit the presidential level, you're getting 50,000 and 75,000 at 2-star, and then 100,000 at 3-star. And, he turned around and kind of like said to me, he's like, I didn't want to take David's money, because when everything shifted, he was at 3-star, right? Presidential. So he doesn't get any bonuses, but imagine what his business looks like and what their income is. It's probably pretty phenomenal. So at that boot camp, they said that, oh, I need to clear the place because we're going to have a meeting in here. And I was like, I thought that was for everybody. So I went back to where we're holding the boot camp, and the Merits had almost filled that whole room with people that had come to have their own meeting. I was like, wow. So that's that's impressive, and that's the kind of business that I look forward to having at some point. Brad. Still muted, Jen.
I made him, yeah, but I'm trying to find him now. Where is he? Oh, there you are, Brad. Ask to unmute. I'm doing it again. Sorry. Oh,
All right, Brad, you got it.
Okay, good.
okay. You're good. I did it too many times. Yep.
No worries.
I'm learning.
No worries. Well, to your last point you just brought up, I mean, that just goes right to the ilk of standing on the shoulders of giants, and you can just mirror the success of other people, and you're already further ahead. And what I was thinking about just, the course of the testimonies everybody's been sharing here, as well as yourself, Michael and Roxanne Lynn. Again, I grew up in an entrepreneurial family with my mom and dad who didn't even have a high school education and built lumber mills and sold down in the United States. And it was an economical shift, right? And then when I left my corporate job, I got into real estate investment and properties and equity syndications for a while. But again, all those things are outside your control because you have to build an entire mechanisms for the business around it. And yes, today you have AI and it's a lot far easier to get started. But if you're just, a brick and mortar or you have something you want to share online and you have to produce it somewhere, there's so much to trying to be an entrepreneur in these days that it still is kind of like a bottleneck for people to get started to take those risks. There's no risk whatsoever with LifeWave, right? You have all the patents that you need. You have the clinical evidence that you need. You have the best in class team that you require because everybody needs coaching. Everybody needs customer service and support. Everybody needs back office. When those systems are also enterprise resource systems, as well as customer relationship management, which is kind of quasi because everybody can do this from a cell phone and their social media these days. And then you get to leverage the social media these days and the technical capabilities that we have, which are changing. When I started at BlackBerry, we had this Jeffrey Moore book called Crossing the Chasm. And they had just launched BlackBerry in, 2000, right? So you got the pager thing that does your email. And they were saying that technology is changing, and evolution of technology about every 7 years, brand new. Because the flip phone came out, 7.5 years before that. And people were using, we grew up with phones on the wall, right? And before that, the dial. Well, all of a sudden now, the technologies are changing at a factor of every 2 months and 1 week. And so that expeditiously gets you out there for everybody who's a brand partner and everybody who's bringing brand partners on or looking to upgrade your retail customers and PCs and go, look, you now have an enterprise system for the household. It's no longer just the patch. As we all know, right? I'm speaking to the choir here. The X2O water system, the drones, the free energy systems, more patches that are going to come on and, stick it on and you don't have to jab yourself with Gila monster venom to try to lose weight, right? It's set it and forget it, which is the most excellent thing in the world. And all you have to do is be an evangelist of the system that's already there for you and walk through the steps and bring the people on to support your growth. And that's the final point. If you're a solopreneur and you're building up your business, you have to put the right team on the bus. And then you go through all the iterations of anything that happens in different personalities and backgrounds. And everybody looks through the color of our lenses for our conditioning cycles where we've been, right? Society, parents, whatever experiences we've had in life. Well, this team has got it locked down. The top people above us are approaching 1 million. And what's also incredible to that fact, and turn it back to Michael here, about this being the best business in the world, because number one, they walked through the darkness 7 years ago, not even. They didn't really have Facebook, and they took their wisdom and their experience in brick and mortar businesses and network marketing, and they leveraged it with one patch that was from Robin First, who finally got Gregory to join her and leave his brick and mortar business and scale this from a freaking cabin in Montana, right? And everybody knows their story and the financial challenges where they were at when they did this. So that to me is a Horatio Alger story, or a chicken soup story for all time, because I spent a lot of time with Mark, a little bit with Jack, back in the day for a number of years, traveling around the world with them. Again, standing on the shoulder of giants, learning what they do and they do best, mirroring and matching that, and just plugging into the system. And you have it right here. And you have an exponential value proposition, which you get to espouse to the world right to the children, the pets, the animals, to your household, and the individual themselves. And we know as well, most people will not invest in themselves, but they'll invest in something for the person they love or the pet that they love the most. And as a result of that, they get involved in it. And this is number one company in the world for a household name of what's coming from Star Trek type technology. Julie, level enough from compliance. Am I okay saying that? Got to wave at those ladies, right? Once again, yeah, it's Star Trek like technology right now, right? And we are the tip of the spear in this business because we're going for 1 billion souls right now on this team, Team Jaco. 1 billion. That's not Robert and Greg. That's 1 billion here. Team Jaco, you, me, all of us we see here, and others who aren't on here. I mean, there is so much. And then we have to deal with the galaxy. But that's in 3 years. We'll take LifeWave to the galaxy. We'll just keep it here on Pachamama for a bit. So I'll turn it back to you, Michael and Jen.
Thanks, Brad. That's a good point about, you already have a business that's already ready to go. And you don't have to pump any money into it. You just buy patches and you talk about your experiences. And then you share those experiences with people, and then you build a business. It's that simple. You don't have to have, inventory and all that stuff. That's huge. Everything is it's an unbelievable system. I've never seen anything like it. So, and David's refining it even more, as time goes on, and he sees how do I fine tune this a little bit more. And Code of Creation, when that comes out, probably I don't know, weeks or 2, whatever month or whatever it's going to come out. That's going to push LifeWave around the world on a massive level. And then all the stuff that you've been talking about over time, people are going to get more excited, like wanting to know what you know. So that's a wrap. Great time. I'm glad we had a clean show. Now I can share this to all my social media and build the business bigger. So that's the way that works. And thank all of you for coming in. You guys are all incredible. You're building awesome businesses, or you're building your intention to build a big business. So that's huge in and of itself as well. All right, lots of love to you guys, and see you guys next time.
Welcome back.
Thank you,
Sally.
Michael. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Oh, nobody can
everybody.
say anything. Wait, I think I can unmute everybody. Let me try. God, just a sec. Let me hang in there, folks. Okay.
Just
Now
did.
you can all talk. You can unmute yourself. All of you.
No, I still can't do it.
I
We'll figure it
did-
out. All right, guys. Lots of love.
Yeah, I guess I have to do it official. Who knows?